ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
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 And let's do the pranam mantras together. ॐ
ॐ
ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य
अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया
ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया
चक्षुरुन्मिलितं
चक्षुरुन्मिलितं
येन
येन तस्मै
तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्।
वन्देऽहं
वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून्
श्रीगुरुन्
वैष्णवांश्च
वैष्णवांश्च
श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं
श्रीरूपसाग्रजातं
सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं
सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं
तं
तं
सजीवम्
सजीवं साद्वैतं
साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं
कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं
श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता
श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान्
श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च।
हे
हे
कृष्ण
कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च
कृपा
कृपा
सिन्धुभ्य
सिन्धुभ्य
एव च
एव च
पतितानां
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो
वैष्णवेभ्यो
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
नमः
नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय
विष्णुपादाय
कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले
श्रीमते
श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त
स्वामी
स्वामी नामिने
नमस्ते
नमस्ते सारस्वते
सरस्वते
देवे
देवे
गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी
निर्विशेषशून्यवादी
पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वाच
जय श्री
जय श्री
कृष्ण
कृष्ण चैतन्य
चैतन्य प्रभु
प्रभु नित्यानंद
नित्यानंद
श्री
श्री
अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौरभक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण
हरे
हरे कृष्ण
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 कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम
राम
राम हरे हरे।
श्री कृष्ण भगवान की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय। हरे कृष्ण। So let's go back to Bhagavad Gita. We're reading from chapter 10. Last week we did up to text 38. And in this chapter, Vibhuti Yoga, we are learning about Krishna's different opulences, or Krishna is he himself telling Arjuna how you can remember me through many of these opulences that you can experience every now and then, everything in this world. And last time we saw that Dando Damayatamasmi Niti Rashmi Jigeshatam Maunam Chaivasmi Vijnanam Jnanam Jnanamutamaham. That among the Damayatam means of the controlling powers, all the means of suppression, I am Danda, punishment. And then of those who seek victory, I am morality, because victory only has to be based on morality, or fight has to be done for dharma. Or and in the secret thing, maunam, I am of all the guhya or secrets, I am mauna, or the silence. And jnanam jnanavatamaham, of all the jnanavatam, I am jnana, or I am the wisdom in all the wise personalities. So let's continue for the next. So there are few more verses where he says about how he is the supreme source of everything, and everything that is opulent or beautiful or powerful, whatever we see, is only because of him. Okay, so let's read 39th text. यच्चापि सर्वभूतानां
यच्चापि सर्वभूतानां
aham
यच्चापि सर्वभूतानां
यच्चापि सर्वभूतानां
sarva-bhūtānāṁ
बीजं तदहमर्जुन
बीजं
bījaṁ
तदहमर्जुन
बीजं तदहमर्जुन
बीजं
bījaṁ
तदहमर्जुन
न तदस्ति विना यत् स्यान्
न तदस्ति विना यत् स्याम्
न तदस्ति विना यत् स्यान्
न तदस्ति विना यत् स्याम्
मया भूतं चराचरम्
मया भूतं चराचरम्
मया भूतं चराचरम्
मया भूतं चराचरम्
यच्चापि सर्वभूतानां
यच्चापि सर्वभूतानां
बीजं तदहमर्जुन
बीजं तदहमर्जुन
न तदस्ति विना यत् स्यान्
न तदस्ति विना यत् स्यात्
मया भूतं चराचरम्
मया भूतं चराचरम्
चंद्रकांत प्रभु, you want to recite?
यच्चापि यच्चापि सर्वभूतानां
यच्चापि सर्वभूतानां
बीजं तदहम अर्जुन
बीजं
bījaṁ
न तदस्ति विना यत् स्यान्
न
तदस्ति
विना
मया भूतं चराचरम्
मया भूतं चराचरम्.
Thank you, Prabhu. So word for word meaning. Yat means whatever. Cha means also. Api means maybe. Sarva-bhūtānāṁ means all the living entities or all the creations that are we can experience. Bījaṁ means seed. Tat means that. Aham means Krishna is saying I am. Arjuna means O Arjuna. Na means not. Tat means that. Asti means there is. Vinā means without. Yat means which. Syāt means exists. Mayā means me or that Krishna who is saying here. Bhūtaṁ means created being. Carācaram means moving and non-moving. Krishna is saying here after describing all different kinds of opulences. Furthermore, O Arjun, I am the generating seed of all existence. There is no being, moving or non-moving, can exist without me. Very big claim. So he says that I am the generating seed. I am Yacchapi sarva-bhūtānāṁ bījaṁ tadaham Arjuna. I am the seed. From seed everything comes, right? So he is the source of everything. He is the generating seed. Everything comes from him. And he says all that exists. It doesn't matter it is living entities, trees, animals, or the material elements, or sun, or planetary systems, or universe, or anything that we can think of, including light, air, water, ether, space, everything. Everything that he says, I am the generating seed of all existence. And for living entities, there is no being moving or non-moving. What are moving and non-moving? So moving is all animals and other seeds, not seeds, but humans, birds and aquatics. And non-moving is basically trees. Even though they are living, but they cannot move. Or even mountains or the other things, achala. Nothing, there is no being moving or non-moving can exist without me. It's very, very big claim, Krishna is saying. So, yaccapi sarva-bhūtānāṁ bījaṁ tadahmar Arjuna. So, I have described you all these different types of opulences that, okay, if you see this, then the greatest in that is me. If you see the mountains, then I am Sumeru. If you see non-moving things, the great non-moving things, that I am Himalaya. And so many things he has described here, but he says, I am the generating seed of everything. Everything exists only because of me. It doesn't matter those are any kind of living entities or material things. Everything. So that's what he's saying. Rajesh Antaraman Prabhu, you can quickly read this small purport.
Everything has a cause, and that cause or seed of manifestation is Krishna. Without Krishna's energy, nothing can exist. Therefore, he is called omnipotent. Without his potency, neither the movable nor the immovable can exist. Whatever existence is not founded on the energy of Krishna is called maya, that which is not.
That which is not. Yes, thank you, Prabhu. So, and this he says here, plus in this chapter itself, in 8th verse, he said same thing. In the 2nd verse, he said similar thing. But in different ways, he is again and again and again saying the similar thing. In the 8th verse, 10th chapter, in the 7th chapter, he said, aham sarvasya prabho matta sarvam pravartate. That I am the source of everything, and from me emanates everything. And when he says everything, that includes all that is material, what we can experience or in this around us, or something that we cannot experience in the spiritual world. Parastasmat bhavanya vyakta vyakta sanatana. He described about the para prakriti, para prakriti in the spiritual world in the 8th chapter. That everything he is the source. And he further says, iti matva bhajante maam buddha bhava samanvita. One Buddha, one who is with intelligence, understands this, that Krishna is the source of everything. Then what is that? Iti matva bhajante maam. He with his full attention, full emotion, full energy, he bhajate, worships me. Who will not worship such a personality who says he is source of everything?
True.
That must be a stupid person. That's why he said Buddha, the person who is intelligent. So this study is not for people who are not intelligent or unwise. This is the Bhagavad Gita. That's why many times people think that, oh, study of Dharma or Bhagavad Gita is for people who cannot progress in college or who are not intelligent, or no, this is for the most intelligent people.
Correct.
This spiritual science is for the top class people. Because ordinary people cannot understand this, they cannot get this. And that's why Krishna said in the 4th chapter also that this is imam vivasvate yogam proktavan aham vivasvan manave praha manurikshvakave bravit evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo viduhu.
And
Raja Rishi, this knowledge is for saintly kings,
correct.
king class of people, and not ordinary kings who are stupid. This is for saintly, Raja Rishi quality type of kings. So this is not ordinary knowledge what we are studying here.
Janaka.
Yeah, Janaka. Janaka is referred here in the Bhagavad Gita also. In the 3rd chapter, there is reference of Janaka. And he said, Imam Vivasvate Yogam, I gave this knowledge first to sun god Vivasvan, from whom the solar dynasty comes, in which Ramachandra, Lord Ramchandra appeared. And he gave it to his son Manu, Vaivasvat Manu, and he gave it to his son Ikshvaku. And evam parampara praptam, this knowledge, that's how it is received in parampara. So this is not ordinary knowledge. We are very fortunate And this, that too, by mercy of Srila Prabhupada, that I tried to read this Bhagavad Gita before that many times. I, to be honest, did not understand much, did not understand anything. I tried to read this same Bhagavad Gita in college, but with association of devotees. This is to be learned not by our own scholarship, but it is received through the mercy and through Guru Shishya Parampara.
Yes.
We need Krishna's mercy and we need association of devotees, bhakta, not some Sanskrit scholar or not anybody who is just scholarly write his own commentary on Bhagavad Gita, or Bhagavad Gita says this and this and this. There are so many people write their own commentaries on Bhagavad Gita. But
Yes.
how many, even before Prabhupada came to the America, the US here to preach this Bhagavad Gita, there were hundreds of different editions of Bhagavad Gita. But how many of those copies of Bhagavad Gita turn people or one single person into devotee of Krishna? And that is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. We are reading this from the books, many verses. He says in the end of 9th chapter, Manmana, Bhava Mad Bhakto, become my devotee. Madhyaji, worship me. Mam Namaskuru. Mala Namaskar kar. Mame Vaishesya Yukto Evam Atmanam Parayana. Or in the 18th chapter concluding Bhagavad Gita, he says, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vaja. Give up all so-called religious principles you have concocted with. Give up everything. Sarva Dharman, Sarva, he says. परित्यज्य सगळ्या धर्मांचा त्याग कर. मग काय कर? माम एकम शरणम व्रज. फक्त मला एकट्याला शरण ये. अहम त्वाम सर्व पापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि. एवढं तर कुठलीच इन्शुरन्स पॉलिसी गॅरंटी देत नाही. आय विल फ्री यू फ्रॉम ऑल पाप, सर्व, whatever you have done, in whatever, how many ever lives you have lived. Mokshayishyami, Mahashucha, no, do not fear. But how many people became devotee of Krishna after reading those editions? None. None. But after Prabhupada came and explained this Bhagavad Gita as it is, the way Krishna tried to say, explain this in the Bhagavad Gita, how many people became devotee? In thousands, tens and hundreds of thousands.
Millions, yes.
And
In fact,
irrespective from what background they are coming from, they are from all
exactly.
backgrounds. They are blacks, whites, browns, from all backgrounds. Some of them, they don't even know Sanskrit. They don't even know English. Forget about Sanskrit.
Correct.
There are, in our congregation here, there are Russian devotees come. They come every day and listen the class. They do not understand English. But they still
Yes.
come because they want to hear Krishna's words. That's all. That is the dedication. They come and sit and they do not understand a single word in the class. They try to translate from the different apps, that whatever they listen, they will translate and then they get a gist of it. There are many devotees from Russia, Ukraine, Mexico. When I see their dedication, I feel ashamed of myself. And that's very my sincere thought. I'm not like anything. So this Prabhupada has given us the greatest treasure what our Bharat Bhumi has. So that's what Krishna is saying here. And we should really try to understand and learn this and take it to our heart and try to apply as much possible as much in our life. We have very less time left. So do not lose any time and try to apply this.
No, one of the reasons why I am a Modi Bhakt is because he has given a Gita to every head of state. That is at the topmost level, which is absolutely great, because
Correct.
if he reads and finds something good, his subjects automatically, the kind of leadership will lead them there.
That is real leadership. And not only he gave, while giving, he said, there
Yes,
is nothing greater from our land that I can give you than this.
I can give you.
So that's kind of leadership we need. And
Yes.
we all can become that type of leader. Not that we have to take a position of
Exactly.
prime minister, but yare dakho tare kaho Krishna upadesh. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us this message.
Yes.
Bharat bhumite janma hoil jar, janma sarthak kari karat paropakar. To get a janma in the land of Bharat is very, very, very rare and auspicious. It is our duty as a Bharatiya to give, to learn janma sarthaka kari. First, we make our life successful by reading the scriptures, by understanding the message of Bhagavad Gita, message of Bhagavatam, and distribute this knowledge to the whole world. There is a so big need of this knowledge in the whole world. It is our duty. That is our prime duty. We should not be begging to other countries. We have such a treasure. We should be giving this knowledge to other countries and everyone who comes, we come in contact with. So that's what we should try for, we should aspire for. We have the greatest treasure in the world that can free us from all kinds of miseries. So
this is one thing where Gandhi said, each one teach one, makes perfect sense. He said it for whatever reason, but this is something I can really relate to that saying.
Correct.
प्रत्येकाला काहीतरी एक सर्कल ऑफ इन्फ्लुएन्स आहे. 2 लोक असतील, काही लोकांचा 15 लोक असतील. Wherever we can, wherever we are in a group, talk something about this and see how the influence flows.
And we can just try to tell people, please read Bhagavad Gita, or just give a gift to Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam to other friends who are where we see potential that reading this, or tell them, oh, there is something we read and you can join us, or chant Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna is different, but we should study first and then we should explain something from Bhagavad Gita so that they also get attracted. And this is universal knowledge. This is not rocket science. This is very easy to understand once we start getting this. This is common sense.
Exactly. एकदा कळल्यानंतर you start feeling एवढं छोटं common sense होतं and we didn't realize this.
Correct. This is really common sense. It is not rocket science. And this is applicable to everybody and anybody in the whole world.
Yes.
Not only for all human beings, it is for all living entities.
Yes.
So, yeah. But anyway, so he says, Krishna says that I am the generating seed of all existence. And when he says all, there is no being moving or non-moving can exist without me.
Yes.
So that is real omnipotence. That is the potency that Krishna has. And that potency only Krishna has.
Yes.
Let's read the next verse. These 3-4 verses are really concluding verses of the 10th chapter, and they are very strong. Nāntosti mama divyānāṁ
nāntosti mama divyānāṁ
vibhūtīnāṁ paran-tapa
vibhūtīnāṁ paran-tapa
esha tūddeśataḥ prokto
esha tūddeśataḥ prokto
vibhūter vistaro mayā
vibhūter vistaro mayā
nāntosti mama divyānāṁ
nāntosti mama divyānāṁ
vibhūtīnāṁ paran-tapa
vibhūtīnāṁ paran-tapa
esha tūddeśataḥ prokto
esha tūddeśataḥ prokto
vibhūter vistaro mayā.
vibhūter vistaro mayā.
Rajesh Anantaraman, would you want to recite?
Nāntosti mama divyānāṁ
nāntosti mama divyānāṁ
vibhūtīnāṁ parantapa
vibhūtīnāṁ paran-tapa.
तूददेśataḥ prokto
एष तूद्देśataḥ prokto
vistaro mayā.
vibhūter vistaro mayā.
Thank you, Rajesh Babu. So word for word meaning is na means nor, antah means a limit, asti means there is, mama means my, divyānāṁ means of the divine, vibhūtīnāṁ means opulences, what he is describing so far, paran-tapa means O conqueror enemies, so he is referring this here to Arjuna, eshah means all this, tu means but, tūddeśataḥ means as examples, prokto means spoken, vibhūter means of opulences, vistaro means the expanse, mayā means by me. So again here he says, O mighty conqueror of enemies, there is no end to my divine manifestations or my vibhūtis or my opulences. What I have spoken to you is a mere indication of my infinite opulences. These are just few examples I am telling you. There is no end, there is no limit to my vibhūtis or my opulences. So whatever we have read from 21st verse of this chapter to 39th verse, in last 18 or 20 verses in this chapter, he has given us some vibhūti which are great. Here he is saying, there is no end to my manifestations or opulences. What I have told you are just few examples. They are just sample. They are just it is but mere indication of my infinite opulences. So small purport here is pretty self-explanatory actually. So Madhu Prabhu, you want to read the purport please quickly?
Yes, Prabhu. As stated in the Vedic literature, although the opulences and energies of the Supreme are understood in various ways, there is no limit to such opulences. Therefore, not all the opulences and energies can be explained. Simply a few examples are being described to Arjuna to pacify his inquisitiveness.
So, yeah. Because Arjuna asked, how can I remember you? Keshu keshu cha bhaveshu. मी तुला कुठल्या कुठल्या भावामध्ये कशा प्रकारे मी तुला विचार करू शकतो, कसं मी तुला कायम रोजच्या जीवनात तुझ्याबद्दल थिंक करू शकतो, तुझ्याबद्दल विचार करू शकतो, तुझी आठवण करू शकतो. अँड देन ही सेड, ओ यू सी हिमालय, थिंक ऑफ मी, दॅट इज माय ऑपुलेन्स, ग्रेट. You see lion? Oh, mruganam mrugendroham. Of all the pashus, I am lion, mruga. Of all the birds, I am Garud. So everything you can see. Surya Bhagitla? Oh, Surya is also, Krishna says, Shashi Surya. Shashi and Surya, that's a Tej meets. Pranava sarva-vedeshu. If you hear Omkar somewhere, of all the Vedic literature, many Vedic hymns starts with Omkar. Think of, oh, Om is nothing but Krishna. He says that. Pranava sarva-vedeshu. So everything is Krishna. You can remember, if you want, you can remember him all the time, because when person knows that everything is opulence of Krishna, he sees that everything is nothing but Krishna. Sarvam khaluidam Brahma. Sarvam, everything what we can experience around us is actually Brahma. Brahman is Krishna's energy, Krishna's effulgence. Even aham brahmasmi, I say that. I am also Krishna's energy.
Yes.
Aham brahmasmi, I am also Krishna's spiritual spark, spiritual energy. So everything, sarvam khaluidam Brahma. Or what is it? Parasya shaktir vividaiva shuyate swabhaviki jnana balakriya cha, Upanishad says. Natasya karyam karanam cha vidyate. For him there is no work. He doesn't have to do any work. Natat samascha abhidat adhikascha drishyate. And for there is nobody who can be equal or greater than him. Nobody. even Brahma, Shiva, or anybody, any devata. Parasya Shaktir Vividhaiva Shruyate. Para means he is the supreme. His Shakti, his energies are multifarious, Vividhaiva, multiple, unlimited.
Yes.
And they are working swabhaviki. So swiftly working, we don't even realize that they are working. We take those for granted. And they have all the intelligence for working. You see, if you see a creeper growing on a wall, you see that also has intelligence that grows
Yeah.
perfectly well so that it goes in the direction of sun. It finds perfectly the wall. Wherever you put it, it will find a support.
Yes.
A small creeper that has intelligence. Swabhaviki jnana bala. And bala, all these planets are moving and it has all the force in the universe. And we cannot even think about how much bal it is. A small, puny, what do you call? Hurricane come and it destroys whole thing. And that's just a small thing.
Yes.
We don't know how many things are going on in this universe that has so much more power than this hurricane.
Absolutely.
Swabhavik jnana bala kriyaja. So that's what Krishna is saying here. What I am telling you is just mere indication. These are just few examples of my opulence. There is no limit to my divine opulences, my divine manifestation. This is unlimited. It is beyond your conception. So that's what he's saying. What I told you, all these vibhūtis. Na anta asti mama divyānāṁ vibhūtīnāṁ. There is no anta to my divya vibhūti.
Yes.
My vibhūtis are divya, they are transcendental, beyond this material creation, beyond our imagination, beyond our conception. But they are also unlimited. And vibhūter vistaro mayā, माझ्या विभूतींचा एवढा विस्तार आहे की मी तुला हे जे सांगितलंय, they are just mere sample. So imagine what Krishna is. Because we take things, when we say God or Dev, we take things, we think that he is like us. Yes, he is like us qualitatively, but he is infinite. We don't know how much powerful he is. We cannot even imagine. And that's our limitation. We try to fit him in our small intelligence box.
Yes.
So, any thoughts, Prabhujis? We can probably couple of more verses in this chapter. So, do we want to stop here or continue?
No, it depends on your side. खूप उशीर झाला असेल तर मला तर हरकत नाही. Still. So I would rather let the
Okay, I think next time we can do the next two verses and conclude this chapter because only two verses are remaining in this chapter.
Oh, okay.
And we connect those together. So it will be more kind of a lot of discussion. And then if you can come prepared reading this chapter and just describe what
10.41 and 42.
your learning points from this chapter.
Okay.
Because next week we'll finish this chapter. Actually,
Okay.
not
Yes,
next
yes.
week. Next week I am not coming because next Saturday is Narsimha Chaturdashi. So it is appearance of Lord Narsimha Dev.
Yeah.
And he's so let me stop recording here. We'll stop our discussion here.
ठीक है.